This is the area when you walk in here that we walked in and we did this, we dug
Yeah.
that, put your penetrometer in there.
Yeah.
These are I'd love to preserve these trees in the middle because some really old cedars and there's that fallen one.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if the pond could be kind of shaped like this. And I wonder if this shade from this would help preserve this.
I mean, you could, it'll be, that's a big pond. You could also just make it.
This is 10,000 square feet. And so at 10,000 square feet, if you put that into your Alberta thing, like, I think this is going to be like 1.5 million liters at 5.5 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. The only problem is it'll be difficult to line that. Well, actually, it probably not actually. No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be hard to line that at all. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I would change is that I would bring the tail of it, like it looks kind of like Pac-Man, like his lower jaw. If you brought it out right close to the pump house.
Yeah, like over here.
Yeah, just close to the pump house, and then we put that new culvert in there, and we lined that whole trench. Because like if there's any point where this thing touches the sand around you, it's just going to ooze out, right? It's going to leak.
Right. And then I wonder what happens with the pit well here. It probably becomes redundant once this is full of water, hey? Because it's no doubt that 8 feet deep is pulling out of this catchment.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But it's only pulling out for it's pulling a fraction of the water that's flowing down that valley through that sand. And then it's gone, right? So like if we can capture all that with like a big kind of a berm. So I mean, like the other option, Curtis, is like we could just take the lower jaw of that. You could leave those cedars kind of where his mouth is, and we could just make it like a straight shot in the lower jaw. That could also work if you
right. Yeah, because it
will look nicer if it's round for sure.
Yeah. My thought was when I get back up there is I'm going to take my laser level and laser out the highest points and basically draw it out of where, like, basically if I fix a point of where the highest water point could be, and then follow that around, right? Would that be a useful thing to do to begin the process?
Yeah, so you will need to kind of transfer this. You will need to transfer kind of whatever shape it's going to be from the computer onto the ground. And you also need to figure out like where your spillways are going to go and all that stuff. And so like probably on this ridge, like right behind the Pac-Man's head there, I'll turn my screen back on and I can draw all that stuff out. So we've got, say we make it like you want to save these trees here. Oops. Does that shape save those trees or no?
No.
If it goes a little bit further down.
If you shifted it to the north or the south, it would. To the south. Yeah, like that would kind of save it there. Yeah.
So, and I'm not opposed to having it in that round shape there, but just for sake, it's like the sake of easy communication here. So if that was the shape of it, and the other cool thing about this is you would actually back water. If you built it like this, you could back water above and beyond. So like you'd get all the water in your lined pit, but you'd also get all the water in this sand too, right? That would back up if you built a dam wall across from this ridge to this ridge. Right? So if that was your dam wall and you made it a bit higher, and then you put your spillway, you'd put a spillway kind of right, once it got tall enough, you'd put it kind of out on this ridge here. Call it that. So this would be your spillway. And so water would flow down here, it would fill up your pond. And once your pond got got filled up, it would actually start to backflow out all the way up this valley, just very shallow, right?
Yeah.
And then once this got to its high point, and you would set that based on wherever the elevation of your building is, so you don't want it to touch that. And
That's right.
You could also put in some of the sand and stuff around this to maybe you close this, so like the high water mark sits somewhere like this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can do all that. So like you'll get the water that you've dug, but you'll also get a huge flow of water back upslope like that from this dam wall. And then once this whole thing is full, it'll flow down through the spillway and then go back into the valley. And then once the runoff stops from above ground, it will just slowly, infiltrate back until it was at the depth of your pond, and then all summer long it would be left like this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like this will be the simplest, fastest way to dig. And like if you make this, you've got a really good access way right down here. You can save those trees. You can make a nice shallow ramp to get in here with your truck. You can back it right in, and you can just slowly kind of dig your way down with your excavator, throwing the stuff back in, and your truck can just drive out and then take it over to your gardens and dump it here and just come back.